When I was growing up in Northern Ireland, most people inside and outside of Ireland regarded the problems there as being insoluble, intractable. But we did eventually find a way through by taking a different approach that looked at relationships and involved people from all sorts of different backgrounds, inside and outside the country. So when in the early 2000s, this problem of intractable conflict and the rise of terrorism, nationalism and religious fundamentalism became a much more global issue, a number of us were brought together by the World Federation of Scientists to try to understand these questions. And out of that emerged the conferences on the resolution of intractable conflict, CRIC, the first of those 10 years ago now. They brought together people from a whole range of different professional, academic and practitioner backgrounds to look at new ways of understanding and reframing the problems, to try to see if we could find alternative ways forward. It's been an enormously enriching experience. I think we've made a lot of progress in our understanding, but understanding's not enough. You've got to bring people to the point where they also accept that these understandings should be implemented for the betterment of all their people. And that's what we're working at now.
So across the world, there are a number of seemingly intractable conflicts. Israel and Palestine, Iran and the United States, Russia and the West, China and a whole bunch of countries. And the question is, why do these conflicts seem to be intractable? Now, most approaches to peacemaking and war are from a sort of business-like attitude towards negotiation, and one based on costs and benefits. And where CRIC is different is they rely much more on a values-driven appreciation of what drives conflict. What are the cultural preferences, the cultural values, the passions that drive conflict? And it attempts to deal with those kinds of things rather than just the material capacities of countries and their relative physical strengths and advantages or the resources available to them.
We're trying to understand the psychological backgrounds of these kind of violent conflicts and why they last such long time. Why cannot we solve all these kind of problems? So understanding group behaviors and personal psychologies behind these violent extremities is our main theme. So every year we're coming together to talk about the changing character of wars and also the peacemaking instruments to understand each other better, exchange ideas, share our thoughts. And CRIC is a wonderful place for us to come together and have fruitful discussions.
I think CRIC is one of the few places in the world that I'm aware of that tries to blend both rigorous academic research with real-life policy relevant findings. It is important for academics to ensure that the research is not just for other academics, but has also implications for real-life policy problems, whether we are talking about climate change or migration or counterterrorism. And in CRIC, I am very happy to note that down the decade that I've been involved with CRIC, there's been so much synergy between academics from the traditional university departments, think tank researchers, and also practitioners coming together to share ideas and to see what ideas work in a real world crucible, and also to suggest ways in which we can improve the world by applying ideas in a very effective way, which is mindful of actual situations on the ground.
And there's so much power of sharing here. Similar minds, similar foci, but this wonderful eclectic and multidisciplinary team of people that open and share. It's a grouping that identifies problems, discusses problems, doesn't get hung up on needing solutions. It's quite happy to remain. And the two characteristics I find most attractive, one is it's an open system, it's an open family. And second, it's characterized by curiosity. And that makes it very distinctive and very important.